News 4 starts now. Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Kerry McBride with Country Financial.
Good evening, Wiregrass football fans. I'm Philip Gilly along with Mark Kinney, and we are in the Circle City, Mark, at Rip Hugh Stadium, looking for a fantastic non-conference football game against them dogs, the Wolves. They ain't actually dogs, but the Wolves against the Hornets out of Baker, down towards Mobile, right?
That's correct, right outside of Mobile. Got a nice conversation that I had with Coach Steve Norman this week. They're excited about coming up here and playing against Dothan, and they think they match up well with them.
And I think they do too. Dothan High Wolves have done well. They're 4-1 overall, 3-1 in the conference, so they're doing pretty good. They got beat by Auburn. They got beat by, let's see, that's the only loss that they have.
They're 4-1.
So 4-1, yeah. So they have been able to score some points. A couple games they were kind of slacking a little bit. I know Prattville, they won with a fumble recovery and a touchdown there, but they do have speed. The Wolves have they have speed on offense and they have speed on defense. So we're looking for them to do it. And then on the other side, I think we was talking earlier, the Hornets, they got a lot of muscle. So it's going to come down, and they're missing some players, you said too, right?
Yeah, that's right. They had to move over one of their defensive linemen to the offensive line. But you Alabama fans and Georgia fans, you pay attention to the quarterback for Baker tonight, number 7, Josh Flowers. He's a 4-star recruit, has already been offered by Alabama and Georgia. And I actually asked Coach Norman, because when you watch him tonight, you're going to realize he's a heck of an athlete. Is he a quarterback or an athlete, Coach? And he said, oh, no, they want him as a quarterback. So I'm expecting you're going to see a lot of Mr. Flowers tonight, followed up by their workhorse tailback, Mr. Roger Taylor. And I expect Baker to hopefully put some points on the board and make this a good ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Hornets are going to be receiving the ball first. Dothan High Wolves, of course, will be kicking off. Yeah, I talked to a couple coaches, and that was their main concern was the quarterback. And they said that guy can make things happen.
You know, when you're 6'3", 200, you can do a lot when you're only 16, 17 years old.
Absolutely. He's just a junior too, right?
That's correct.
Just a little short pooch kick, and I think they was trying to keep it away from that speed of the Hornets. So that's going to give them great field position at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle by Jackson Brown there. I didn't think they quite wanted him to return it much, maybe a little more height on that pooch, but it's good starting field position for Baker. As like you said, they're on about the 43-yard line, looks like.
So we do want to welcome all our viewers it's going to be coming on, and all you that are online, thank you for being with us again for Friday Night Football on the Wiregrass. We're extremely happy you are with us and looking forward to a great game. Baker spreading it out, got a nice little run game up the middle. So that was number 9.
Yeah, nice tackle by Javion Walker. About a 5-yard gain.
All right, welcome viewing audience. Again, you've only missed 2 plays. That was the second play. We've just started. It's 11:29 left in this quarter. So Dothan High did cook off to Baker Hornets, and that's who's going to be playing. Dothan High Wolves against the Baker Hornets. Baker's down there around Mobile. So they are moving the ball a little bit. So again, Mark said earlier, and I know I'm saying it again, but still, watch number 7 for Baker. He is quite the athlete.
Looks like he may actually be number 8, if I'm looking at his number correct.
They may have switched numbers on it, haven't they? Nice defense in the back. Takedown there. That was number 8 with a direct snap, trying to go around the left side. But there were several Wolves in there to put him down for a loss, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 4, Mark.
Ezekiel Scott did a great job of getting through that line and making the play. For those that just joined us, that was a concern for Coach Norman on this Baker team because they're a little bit thin on the offensive line, so not a good start for them.
Nice high kick. Nobody back for the Wolves. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, so the Wolves take over on the 20. So nice defensive stand there. It's a good start for the Wolves.
That's right. And those that have not yet seen the game here, they got a new field this year. We got a turf field, and so a lot of punts you're going to see are going to roll pretty good ways if they hit it just right, or it can come back to you as well. But Dothan High will be starting out here on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the field looks fantastic. They got the LEDs too happening, so getting big time here in Dothan, Alabama. Number 12, Carter Davis, will be your starting quarterback for the Wolves. He can throw the ball. He's got a nice arm. He's passed for several yards in previous games. Got a flag on the play. First penalty of the ball game. It's going to be a legal procedure.
Looks like we got offsides on Baker.
No, offsides. Give the Wolves a freebie 5. First and 10 at the 25 for the Wolves. Had another jump. Like they're saying, doing a hard count there on the Wolves and able to make those Hornets move a little bit. They're a little anxious.
Yeah, they're not. That'll kill a coach in a heartbeat. You talking about there's mistakes like that, or just not being disciplined, and Coach Nolan probably going to have somebody on the sideline if they continue to do this.
Yeah, that gives the Wolves a first down without even a snap. So first and 10 at the 30. Nice run by number 5, Tamarian Peterson, running back, 6 foot, 185, and he is a workhorse for those Wolves.
Looks like tackles made by number 27, Oscar Rosales, did a good job of making a play there, tripping him up. But he got, looks like about 8 yards on that play.
Watch number 0, Raymond Blackman on this near side. But this is going to be a handoff. Going to go ahead and get that first down right past the 40-yard line. That was number 5 again, Tamarian Peterson, picking up the first down.
Yeah, like it was a nice stop at number 7 there. Latrell Lett, talking with Coach Nolan, he's the leader of the defense. They lean a lot on him, and they're going to need a big game out of him tonight to keep these running backs in check.
The Wolves leaning on that big offensive line to move some people out of the way. Tried a quick slant pass, should have been caught by number 2. That's Jalen Corbett. And tell you what, Mr. Carter Davis fired that one in there, didn't
he? Yeah, he better be ready. He had some heat on that. And I don't think Mr. Corbett, like you said, was quite expecting that.
Yeah, there's a little pepper on that sandwich. Like Carter's going to come back. We're going to have number 0, Raymond Blackman, taking over the quarterback spot for this play. Be 2nd and 10 from the Wolves 41. Got another flag there, like he's lined up all sides again.
I think we got 2 guys that are lined up all sides there, looks like, for Baker.
Yeah, we're set up right here on the 40-yard line, so we are straight down that look, and there were definitely 2 of them that had a helmet way over the line.
Again, that's just being undisciplined. Just all you pretty much have to do is look down and see where the ball is and go off that. And he was a good head length almost offsides on that.
So it gives the Wolves 2nd and about 5 from the 45-yard line. Nice blocking downfield, and that's number 1, Octavius Thomas, taking it all the way down to the inside the Hornet territory to their 45. Going to pick up another first down. Good blocking on the interior, Mark.
It was a nice game-saving tackle there. Takevius Gold. Looks like we have an official down. The one that's right behind the linebackers. I hope he's okay. He might have took a shot by accident.
He got a little ankle roll, I believe, there, Mark. Yeah. He's going to try to shake that off. Got the medical crew out there from the Wolves checking him out.
He was right there where there's about 3 or 4 guys.
Don't they usually have backups too, just in case at some of these games? Yeah.
They normally do have somebody in the booth. Look like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's tough.
It's probably more embarrassed than anything that they had to stop the game and point him out.
The Wolves with a 1st and 10. Raymond Blackman staying in at the quarterback position. That's Tamarian Peterson. He's got lots of room on the right side. He's going to sprint all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Tell you what, he cut that back outside nice, and he turned the jets on. That's that speed we was talking about, Mark.
That's right. And Takevius Gold made another great job there. That's 2 tackles in a row of saving a touchdown. And Dothan High is doing a good job on their first drive of moving that ball down the field. You'll notice that they've kind of gone to more like a run option. I don't even think they're even going to probably pass out of that set, does it look like? But they've got 2 or 3 guys that have dynamic speed in that backfield, and that's hard to cover.
So he actually went out about the 20 to 19-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Direct snap to number 1, Octavius Thomas. He's going to take it up the middle for about a 7-yard gain. And again, that interior O-line making big holes for the running backs.
It's a nice, good 7-yard gain there, tackled by 3 or 4 of the Baker players. But Baker better find a solution to this. If not, I have a feeling they're going to see this all night long.
Yes. Got another hanky on the field. See what the
looks like offsides again.
Offsides on the Hornets. That's what, number 4?
That's correct. That'll be a 1st down, which bring up 1st and goal. Looks like inside between 7 and 8 yard line. Looks like 1st and goal for Dothan High.
Yeah, I think the coach for Baker is not going to be thrilled with that in the 1st quarter.
No, they'll probably have a meeting in the sidelines whenever the defense makes it back to the bench.
Number 73, the center, Marcus McClure, bringing the Wolves up. That was a nice stop, nice clog in the hole there. Number 5, Tamarian Peterson, trying that left side, but there was a host of Hornets there.
Yeah, nice tackle made by number 52, Dylan Hudson. Did a great job of sticking him in the hole, which brings up 2nd and goal for Dothan High.
Nice push forward. That was 0. Raymond Blackman, direct snap there, kind of was patient. Did a good job waiting until some of his blockers got in front. And once they did that, they kind of moved the whole pile, Mark.
He did. He looked like they had him there, kind of hold up for no gain. And then all of a sudden, he got 4 or 5 yards there. Brings up, looks like about 3rd and goal from the 30-yard line, I think.
The Wolves really need to capitalize on this nice drive by putting in 7.
We got a touchdown.
We got a touchdown. That was a late signal by the referees, but that was number 0, Raymond Blackman. And we got the LED lights flashing. We got the fans. Nice crowd here for this Wolves ball game. And that was a seriously good drive, Mr. Kenny.
It was, methodical going down the front. They threw 1 attempt, I think, on the pass, but besides that, they lined it up and ran it right at them. And again, at the very end, Mr. Blackman just pushed himself and wheeled his way into the end zone for an early touchdown with an extra point here.
Number 96, Wesley Farmer, going to attempt the call Bob. Be cool, PAT for the Wolves. It is up and it is good. So with 6:37 left in the 1st quarter, the Wolves strike first with a super nice drive. Really nice running plays. Look at the blocking up here, number 1. The pile just keeps pushing. Number 13 in there with the block. That's Canale Jones. So really nice job by the offensive line. Like I said, there's 1 pass that was incomplete, should have been caught. But other than that, it was run, and it was a dose of number 0, Raymond Blackman, number 1, Octavius Thomas, and also number 5, Tamarian Peterson. So that's a triple threat right there, Mark. That's going to be hard to contain.
And if you're looking at the field tonight, you see the yellow lines on the field. That's for soccer. So don't be confused by the yellow lines when you see that out here tonight. They're going to play some Dothan High soccer games here this year, which I imagine they're going to like. Makes the game really fast-paced with that ball on the field, but tonight it's going to be fast-paced. But the yellow lines that you see are for soccer, not for the football.
Mr. Wesley Farmer ready to kick. See if he just, he kicks a little bit deeper on this one. Ball taken at the 10. Lots of room up the middle. Good blocking. Going to be caught down from behind, but man, what a return all the way down to the Wolves 29, about 30-yard line, maybe 31-yard line as I see it there.
It was a nice tackle by Corian Salter there. Probably a touchdown saving tackle. But, you know, if you're Coach Thorman here, you're going to see the instant replay where he takes it straight ahead and hits his hole just perfect and breaks off. Mr. Farmer has a chance at him right here. He makes a move on him and does a great job of getting out. Number 3 tracking him down right there. But if you're Baker, you're excited about how your team has bounced back from that drive, and hopefully they're trying to get on the board to make this a ball game.
Yeah, nice blocking by the return team there. He found a little seam, and once he found it, he was to the races. That does put the ball on the Wolves' 31-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:27 is left in his first quarter. There's number 7, Latrell Lett, with the ball. He's going to get about 4 yards, almost 5 yards. Well, I'd say 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Nice tackle by Javion Walker. They're coming up from the secondary. He's a defensive back. Made a nice play. He's a junior.
Yeah, Latrell's 5'11", 210. That's a hard bring down right there.
Sure is.
The handoff up the middle is to number 9, Roderick Taylor, 5'11", 161, going to get maybe a couple yards. Still going to live 3rd down and a long 3.
Yeah, nice tackle by Lakeith Tompkins there. I kind of liked how they brought him from the wide receiver spot and lined him up behind the quarterback and the other tailback, which pretty much gave him like a fullback for that extra blocker. That was a nice play call, and I would expect to see that again here in the future because that was a nice run play.
Wolves hoping for a stop here on 3rd down. Going to bring some pressure from the outside. I don't think they're going to get it again.
I think it's going to be just a yard short, looks like.
Yeah, Mr. Joshua Flowers, one we talked about, number 8, got it, but they brought pressure from the outside, from the right side, and then they was able to get a nice push up front. So I'm bringing out 4th down and about 1.
Yeah, Kendall Brewer made a nice stop here. I would imagine, well, we got a hurt player, looks like, for Dothan, but I would expect Baker to go for it here for that 4th and 1. One thing to keep your defense off the field after that nice long drive by Dothan High. But if you've got a 6'3", 200-pound quarterback, I don't know how you're not driving him right up the middle and trying to get that 1st down.
On that instant replay right there, you seen he was trying to follow his running back, number 7, Zion Davis, and he was supposed to be blocking for him, and he missed the block. So he missed his assignment. That's one of the reasons the Wolves were able to stop him for a 4th down.
Looks like number 4, Javion Walker, who's made a couple plays already, looks he's okay. He might have had a stinger or might have had maybe a helmet to the knee. It's like he's got a little bit of a limp, but it looks like he'll probably be back.
Again, if you joined us a little late, we are at Rippew Stadium, Dothan High Wolves against the Baker Hornets. 4:46 left in this first quarter. Wolves struck first with a nice drive. They win in 7-0. Baker had a nice run back, got to this point, well, to about the 31. Now it's 4th down and 1. Just as you said, Mr. Kenny, that was Mr. Joshua Flowers with a direct snap and just kind of wove his way through there. Got not only the 1st down, but another about 7 yards past that. Yeah,
Kendall Brewer stopped him, but again, Mr. Flowers, you're crazy not to run the quarterback if he's 200 pounds and 6'3", only need a yard. That was a nice play call. So we have about 1st and 10, looks like just inside the 15-yard line. Baker's been
Also just running the ball, Mark. I don't think they've thrown a pass yet. Get to the outside. Nice cut on the nice blocking on the outside. That's going to put a touchdown in for the Hornets. That was number 7, Zion Davis, and great blocking. I don't know, we'll probably see a replay on that right side. I mean, they just blocked the tight end, and it was nothing but green field.
Well, it looked like the Dothan High defense committed on crashing to the middle, and he kicked it outside, and there was nobody there to stop him. He pretty much just walked right in the end zone. And that's a good drive for Baker, coming back after that long drive and get back on the board.
The Be Cool, Call Bob, PAT is good. That's by number 44, Hunter Kilgore, the kicker. So with that being said, with 4:03 left in this first quarter, we got us a tied ball game. And man, you talked before the game started and before we got on air that we thought this was going to be a really good matchup. So I think you're going to be in for a treat. So.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of points being scored. Coach Norman thought that both teams really are almost identical. They don't have a lot of big guys, but they have a lot of speed on both sides. As you could tell by the kickoff return from Baker, and you also saw the touchdown there. Then you go flip the script to Dothan High. Dothan High had 3 or 4 explosive plays already. So this is going to be a back and forth game. It may end up being one of these games that whoever has the ball last is the winner.
That's true, and one that creates less turnovers, less mistakes. Nice high kick. Going to be taken by number 0, Raymond Blackman, at about the 5-yard line. He's going to turn it up and be stopped about the 25-yard line. So fairly nice return. So it's going to lead the Wolves first down at their 25. See if this offense can keep generating yards and points.
Yeah, that was a good tackle there. Quincy Horn made a play. Be 1st and 10, like you said, from the 25. And I would expect to see the same thing we saw last drive, where they're going to line up and run it at you until you can prove to them that they can stop it.
I agree. I think number 12, Carter Davis, he's back out there as quarterback, so it may be just a decoy, though. But if they keep running that ball like they did that first series, then why not? Yeah, stop me if you can.
That on top of the 20 yards and offside penalties that they had.
That's right, the 4 offside penalties. It's number 1, Octavius Thomas. He's following the block of Carter Davis. So trying to kind of push that outside, but Baker did a nice job of just floating down the line, plugging holes, not giving them a whole lot. But they did get, what, 3?
That's right. Latrell Lett made a great tackle there. They just kind of held him up until they could get help down there, and they did a great job of holding him there. And that's probably the shortest game they've had so far early in this contest.
So 2nd and 7 from their own 27, 28-yard line. The Wolves stacking it hard on the right side. Tried to fake it a little bit. Had to come out coming to the left side. They wanted number 1, Octavius Thomas, is where Carter looked first, but he was covered, so he tried to get as much as he can. So he got maybe another couple yards. He's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you're going to see on the replay, I think he wanted to throw to number 1, and he wasn't really looking at him. So then he did the smart thing and just tucked it and got what he could get out of it. Tackled there by 3 or 4 of the Baker players, but Carson did a great job of looking at him. He didn't see that he was looking at him, so he could get what he could get. Brings up, looks like about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, this will be a big stop for Baker. Kind of reverse, breaking the tackle. Got some room. That is Raymond Blackman. Still breaking tackles. Getting all the way down to the Baker 22-yard line. Man, what a great run. Breaking arm tackles left and right there.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle, game-saving tackle here by number 11. Jaden Robinson, you see on the replay here, they about had him in the backfield. You'll see when he hands off to him, almost like a reverse. They have him right there, number 19. They hit each other, and right then it was too late. Number 8 kind of slowed him up until number 12, number 11 there could make a play for Baker. Brings up 1st and 10 from about the Baker's 27, looks like.
Tamarian Peterson with the carry, going to get a good 5 yards. I'll tell you what, they can, and I believe you're right, that that series right here, maybe 4 yards is the least they've gotten. That was another 5-yard gain. So
yeah,
they're really doing a good job.
They did. Jamarian Griffin made a tackle there. Did a great job.
When you can get that 4 and 5 yards every time and then break off a 30, 20 or 30-yard line, 30-yard run, man, that's going to be tough to stop the Wolves. Nice cutback by number 5. That is Tamarion Peterson going to the left, running left, and then he just made a plant, took back to right around the middle of the field, and got another touchdown for the Wolves.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Number 9 ended up kind of coming down and making a block here, doing a great job.
So 1:25 left in the first quarter. Dothan High strikes again, makes it 13-7. Number 96, Wesley Farmer, with the call by PAT. Got an offsides again by number 5 for Baker. That's Jaden Campbell. So it's going to move it up a little closer. How much time did that take, Mark? That didn't take long at all, did it?
Did not. It probably under 2 minutes. Looks like maybe, I think they're going to maybe go for 2 here now, looks like.
If we got that close, it might be a good idea. Because this is going to be a close ball game. That extra point may come in handy.
Sure could.
Overload on the left side, and that's where he's going. And he's going to waltz in easy. That's number 5, Tamarion Peterson. Good call by the coach there, Coach Kennedy, on getting that 2 points.
Yeah, that's a good job. Great job by them. You'll see here, number 5, you come down the line, you'll see number 9, number 1, great block right there. Open the hole for number 5. Did a great job of scoring that touchdown. Tamarion Peterson with a nice run.
All right, again, with 1:25 left in this first quarter, that makes it the Wolves 15, the Hornets 7. So looks like, again, as Mark said earlier, this is probably going to be a high-scoring affair. It looks this way anyway in the first quarter. Wesley Farmer ready to kick off from the 40-yard line. Going to do that little pooch kick, but they're going to stay away from that long run again. So they just going to pooch it up there. That was number 7, Zion Davis, with the reception on there, on the receiving that kickoff, and got about another 3 or 4 yards to the 40-yard line. They're on 40-yard line with they'll take over 1st and 10.
Toriana Wilson made a nice tackle there.
All right, here comes the Hornet offense trotting out on the field. Inside handoff to number 7, Zion Davis. Wolves were ready for that one.
Yeah, they were. Great job. Looks like number 45 did a good tackle there. Mr. Mikael Lowe did a good job of kind of anchoring down that line and getting maybe 1 yard out of the play.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. The interior of that Wolves defense doing a nice job there. First pass of the night, that's going to be a little high. No, a lot high. It was intended for number 9, So it'd be Roderick Taylor, but it was nobody could catch that, Mark.
No, but you could tell his arm strength.
Yes,
he just flipped his wrist and it went about 35, 40 yards. So you can kind of see the potential that the colleges are seeing in this kid. He, I was surprised. I was going to make a comment here in a minute. We hadn't seen him throw the ball yet. To be a Power 5 quarterback potential, you would think you would be throwing the ball a lot more, but may not be the game plan of Baker tonight. They may see something by running at him.
So it's 3rd and 9. They do have trips on the far side. So like he's going to throw again. He's going to throw a little swing pass out to the left. It is stopped. So that was number 7, Zion Davis, with that reception. He's going to get, 4 or 5 yards, but it's going to bring out 4th and a long 4.
Yeah, Torian Wilson here. He did a little swing pass out to number 7. And made one guy miss, but that second guy, number 3 there, made a good tackle, Corian Salter, and stopped him. Looks like Baker will be punting the ball here.
Yeah, Corian did a nice job of fighting off that block and able to get to him before he get to the first down. Beautiful high punt by Baker's. Received at the 20-yard line. Helmet comes off, but he don't let go. So it's going to bring him down at about the 26-yard line. So for the Wolves to take over. So with the quarter over with, starting the next one, we're going to take a quick break. Come back with us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
as a result. Our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
Welcome back to Dothan, Alabama, home of the National Peanut Festival, also home of the Dothan High Wolves, who are in the lead 15-7 against the Baker Hornets. They're out of Mobile. Dothan High, we just got through the first quarter, so we swapped ends of the field. Dothan High just got the punt, so they're just starting the offensive series, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
That was a nice stop by Baker there. Did a good job tackled by a host of Baker players.
Yeah, it looks like Baker's making some adjustments on this run and kind of clogging the middle or maybe trying to shoot some gaps or something, but that was a nice stop there. But it was about a 3-yard gain, but, that's the least amount they've been, gaining. 3. Usually it's 5, usually it's 6 or 30.
Yeah, if you look on TV, you'll see 3 or 4 guys that are about 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. If they continue to do this, nice pursuit there.
Yeah,
real good defense.
Tried a little reverse there on the handoff, and Baker wasn't having none of that. So that's going to be a big loss down to their own 20-yard line. So it's going to be about a 10, 12-yard, well, actually 25-yard line.
Yeah,
so
you'll see number 11 right there, Jamarion Griffin. He held his ground and played good, disciplined defense, and he caught him on the reverse on the way back, and nice stop by Baker.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Wolves. So look like we're in a passing situation. So number 12, Carter Davis, back in the QB position. Got 2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side. Wolves needing to give him some protection right here. And they do. Got a man open, and it is caught past midfield to the 45-yard line. Did exactly what they needed to. Gave him plenty of protection back there. Was able to get the ball out to number 9. That's Braxton Hornsby, wide receiver at 6 foot. And hey, good play on third down there, huh, Mark?
Yeah, it sure was. Number 9 got behind the defense. Braxton did a good job, and good throw here by Carter. You're going to see how he kind of looks to his right first and comes back, tries to keep the safety there, and a beautiful ball thrown in between both defenders for a first down.
Yeah, we talked about his arm. Started this game that he has a nice arm. It's a nice soft touch too, so it's easy to catch. So good job there, Wolves. 1st and 10 from the Baker 46-yard line. Got number 1 Octavius Thomas trying it up the middle. Going to maybe get a couple.
Yeah, Marcus Osborne there, and a host of other Baker players with a short stop for them. When you talked about Carter's arm, he's also the starting catcher on the baseball team. So he definitely has the arm strength to get the ball where it needs to get.
Second and 8. Thought they was going to pass it, but they didn't, so it was a handoff to number 1 Octavius Thomas again. He tried the right side. We do have flags on, I believe it's holding.
Looks like number 73 had a hold of him on the backside of the play. I really don't think it was really needed. The ball was on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, but he held on a little too long, and the ref, both of them, had 2 fouls on the play.
Yeah, this is number 73, Marcus McClure. He's the center, 6'1", 310. So that's going to bring it way back to their own 45-yard line. So it's going to make it 2nd and 20.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot. Repeat, 2nd down.
It'll be a quick out to number 0, Raymond Blackman. He tried to dance away from the tackle, but couldn't, and there was a flag thrown immediately after the catch.
Looked like we might have had a fumble, but might have went out of bounds. Ball came out, but I'm not sure if we have holding on Dothan High, and it looks like we might have holding on the wide receiver who I was blocking for Mr. Blackman.
Yeah, it looks like they pointed back towards the Wolves' way.
Yeah, it looks like number 2 is what they're calling a hold for him on that.
I think they're just trying to figure out the spot of the foul.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is declined. Play 3rd down.
So they did decline that. So it brings up 3rd down. Still 20. Wolves got a long way to go. They need to go all the way down to the Hornets 35, 36-yard line for a 1st down. Again, that O-line for the Wolves need to give him some protection. Wow, that was a dangerous throw into double coverage there, but number 0, Raymond Blackman, almost got into it. There was pressure on Carter Davis, though, in the backfield, so he wasn't able to get as much as he wanted to on it. Almost caught his arm for a fumble, Mark.
Yeah, he did. They had some pressure on him, I think, which affected the throw a little bit. But like you said, he threw into 2 defensive players for Baker, and they did a great job of breaking it up and stopping Dothan High for the first time tonight, which was huge for them to get the ball back with only 1 possession game.
Well, if they'd have caught it and fell down, it'd been like a long punt. So coming with pressure, Baker was able to get it off, got a fair catch. So the Hornets will take over at their own 20-yard line. Nice punt, no return. So with 8:53 left until the half, Dothan Wolves up 15-7 against the Baker Hornets.
Yeah, number 5 did a great job of catching the ball. He plays wide receiver / defensive back, and obviously he's probably one of the most trusted players on the team with hands team to do that. So Baker starting off just about on the 20-yard line, so
Well, I know Coach Steve Norman was proud of his team on that stop. That was a big stop because if Dothan High was able to put some more points on the board before half, that would have made it a little tough. So nice defensive stand. See if the offense can generate some points here. This is number 8. Mr. Flowers.
It was a nice tackle by number 31, Ezekiel Scott. Right now, the defensive line of Dothan High is really giving Baker fits and getting and putting pressure on the quarterback. And Baker's going to have to solve that, or it's going to be a long night for Mr. Flowers.
So you think this week that Coach Kennedy had his players keying up on number 8, you think?
I would think so.
Nice pressure with a throwback. It's going to be a penalty there. It's going to be holding. So notice number 11, Jaden Robinson.
Yeah, I think if you had a yellow hanky, you threw it on that play. It was an obvious. But again, you tell your defensive back, don't let him catch it, because it's not a spot foul like you would see on Sunday. It's just a 15-yard penalty. So in a way, it's a good defensive play, but you still give up the first down, but you don't give up that huge play that you would have if they did catch it.
Yeah, he knew he was beat, but he didn't turn his head around to see where the ball was. He was just, like you said, trying to stop the guy from catching it, but I don't think he could have caught it. That is a hard pass when you're rolling to your right side and throwing back to your left side. But again, you can tell the arm strength of Mr. Flowers on that throw too.
Yeah, he's, number 11 is not going to see that much in high school football, a quarterback able to do that, and that caught him off guard whenever he threw that ball from that position.
So that was a nice little play there. Mr. Flowers is going to look like he was going to keep it running. Had an option on the come around on the left side, so he did see that he had room, so he did pitch it. So that was to number 9.
A nice tackle by TK Knight. Looks like they are going to give them, are they? Not sure.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. They gave them the first down.
Looked like Roderick Taylor, number 9, did pick up the first down. That was a late pitch, but it worked. Nice shot right there from the sideline.
Looks like we got a problem. Maybe equipment. Well, number 3. He's going to be replaced. May not have had his knee pads down, covering his knee, or yeah, he's pulling number 18's pulling his down. So I guess that's probably what happened. His knee pads were up over his knee.
Super tackling there. That handoff is to number 9. It's quick. Roderick Taylor, but he was brought down immediately without a gain at all, Mark.
Yeah, Kendall Brewer did a great job. A couple other guys there for the Wolves did great of holding them.
I think Baker's going to have to make a pass or two, or they just going to keep loading that box up. Kind of like a little end around, a little dump. He actually goes in front of him, and then Mr. Flower just kind of tosses the ball. He tries to find some room, but hopefully got some blocking. He did get 4 yards, so let's bring up 3rd down and 6, 7.
Yeah, it's a real safe play, because if he actually drops that ball when he pitches it to him, it's just an incomplete pass.
Right.
It's not a handoff. It's not a fumble. So it gives a chance for you to use your speed to get to the outside and hopefully get the defense. Well, you've got more numbers to block, but Dothan High did a great job of stopping that. Looks like we got 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that was number 3, Jaden Archibald, 5'10", 150, so you know he's fast. Nice pass to the outside shoulder from Mr. Flowers. That was down to number 3, who tried that end around a little while ago, and that was going to move the chains.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised number 18 did not get a finger on this. You're going to see the strength of Mr. Flowers here when he throws this ball coming towards you in your living room, and number 18 just missed it. And a nice catch there by number 3 for Baker. Brings up 1st and 10. You can see why the college coaches like his arm strength.
Yes, he is very smooth. Seems to be a very intelligent player as well. Going to do a little stutter step. Going to follow his blocker. Going to make it down to the Wolves' 37-yard line for about a 4-yard gain. Again, that's Mr. Flowers.
Ezekiel Scott made a nice tackle. You know, probably going to have one or two guys on almost every time, more than one, I would think, to bring him down, because he's a big boy. And you don't see too many quarterbacks weighing over 200 pounds in high school, and he's athletic on top of that. And I would think that'd be a good first down for Baker, getting 3 yards here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Kennedy almost had like a spy on him, one of the linebackers. He's going to go all the way. That was number 9 for Baker. That was a really nice play. So Roger Taylor with a run, got some excellent blocking downfield. I hope we get a replay of that, but that's what opened him up going down there. So that's going to make it 15-13 with 5:17 left. See if they go for 2 and try to tie this. Watch this instant replay here. The blocking down front, I didn't catch the number, but.
Well, you're going to see here on the replay, whenever we come in right here, number 9 is actually in the wide receiver. He comes up behind them, so he gets an extra block there. And that springs him for the drive. They did that play earlier, a couple drives ago, and got about 7 or 8, and they've gone back to it here. And number 9, who was actually lined up, who scored, number 7 made a great block, and number 72 did too. But Dothan High's going to have to find something for that, because they're getting that extra blocker in there, and it's giving Dothan High problems right now.
Yeah, when you can get down there and block in the secondary, that's going to really open up like that, runs like that. You know, if you can't, once he beats the first line, and then he gets to the secondary, and you got blockers down there, you know, all you got to really do is make a little opening, and especially with speed like that, I mean, you're going to get there.
And that's just a good see. He see him coming to motion here, number 9, and he gets right behind him. And he follows number 7 in the hole, and about right there, he's gone. And he's in full speed, and it's going to be hard. Anybody going to catch him the kind of speed Mr. Roderick had. And Coach Norman told me he's the workhorse, number 9. He's the guy who gruts, but you can tell there, if he gets in the open field, he can take it to the house as well. Looks like we're going to 2 here to try to tie it up with 5:17 left, down by 2.
Mr. Flowers trying to follow Zion Davis, and he does, and he's going to put it in the end zone. So that's going to give us a tie ball game with 5:17 left in the half. Good matchup, Mark. Wow.
Yeah, their 2-point conversion was very similar to what Dothan High did. You'll see here on the replay. Direct snap to the quarterback, and he takes it, and he gets stopped about the 3, and guess what? Him and 2 or 3 other guys push him all the way in the end zone. Actually never took him to the ground to make it 15-15 with 5:17 left to go, and you're right. This is got a great chance to be a nail biter as the night goes on.
Yeah, that was a nice block by number 72, Jonathan Lockett, too, pulling guard. They pulled him around, and they're a big body. And, again, nice block and nice surge into that end zone for that 2-point conversion. Call Bob, PAT. Baker did kick it deep. It's number 7, Keavion Dury. So didn't get much of a game. Nice coverage by the Baker Hornets there.
Yeah, there was a tackle by a host of Bakers. The defense did a real good job on special teams there of holding their lanes. He tried to change field on them, but the defense stayed where they were supposed to be, and pretty much he got about 5 to 7 yards on that play, nothing big. And looks like Dothan High will be starting out at their own 20 here with 5:08 left to go.
You know, we've announced some quarterbacks changes for the Dothan Wolves. It's been 2 or 3 or so, and it's worked, though. It's a good plan. Direct snap, Carter. Carter, we got good pressure. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Tell you what, can't see exactly what number that is for the Hornets, but that was quick.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. He broke in the instant replay. You're going to see, looks like the left end. Looks like number 52 makes a great tackle there in the open field and stopping him, because there was a guy open down the middle of the field, but Carter just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, he didn't. That was an interesting snap because he was not lined up behind center. That was kind of a sideways snap to Carter to try to catch the Hornets sleeping a little bit, kind of catch them napping. So it's about 2nd and 20. Good hard run there by Tamarian Peterson, dragging Hornets with him, getting it back to about the 22-yard line.
Jaden Campbell there with a nice tackle. Looks like about 3rd and 9 maybe now coming up for Dothan High. This is pretty crucial here with 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They'd probably like to keep the ball here a little bit.
Yeah, Wolves deep in their territory, so it's going to give them good field position if they have to punt.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Ball is on the 21-yard line.
Looks like their formation, they just going to try to run it, get as many yards as they can, give the punters some extra kicking room, but there is a whistle and a flag on the play. You think it's another offside, Mark?
Oh, it is. You can see the offensive line, they'll get kind of like on set, and then right before they hike it, they all move, the line does, and that's catching those Baker guys off deck. You'll see here on the instant replay, they're all kind of standing there, and then they'll move real quick right there.
Set position.
And it catches them every time. I think it's about the 6th offsides we've had, and that's probably something these coaches are going to have to address at halftime, because it's caught them off guard a little bit here in the first half.
That puts it into a manageable 3rd down and 5. We have a timeout by the Wolves, so they're going to talk things over with 3:21 left in this quarter before halftime. We're going to take a quick commercial. Be right back.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hot's Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hot's, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hot's Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
Again, 3:21 left before the half. Dothan High just coming out of a timeout with 3rd and 5, needing a 1st down. Not wanting to punt back in deep in their territory, give Baker a chance for another score before halftime. Do some shift changing here. That was a little trickeration right there. Caught him napping. So number 13, that is Kanell Jones, the tight end, 6'2", 210, going to just snuck. They just kind of did almost like a Statue of Liberty kind of deal there.
I ain't gonna lie to you, they lost me. I had the guy coming towards me, number 0. Next thing you know, he shoots out towards the left, and he's gone.
This watch this is. Remember, see if we can figure out what's going on, because it's.
And he went right up the gut. And it had one guy going to the right, one guy going to the left, and the guy in the middle had the ball. And
yeah,
that was a nice call.
So let's give them a 1st down. They are into Hornet territory, down to the Hornet 36-yard line. Nice cut, nice speed. That's number 0, Raymond Blackman, just making Hornets miss left and right. Super run.
Yeah, Gary Bowers made a game. Touchdown saving tackle there. You'll see he made about 3 guys miss. And when he puts his foot on the ground right there, he's going upfield, and number 1 made a nice tackle. If not, he most likely is going to be in the end zone.
2:45 clock ticking. The Wolves on the move with a nice little trickeration play there, getting it down, and then there's another nice run for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Great blocking again right there. Number 1, Octavius Thomas. He's going to get the ball down. He's going to get about 8, almost 9 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Michael Johnson. That offense, what you're seeing here, is very similar to what you just saw from Baker. They're hiking it straight to the quarterback, and that lead fullback is almost taken in. He's falling right behind him, so it's getting that extra blocker, which is helping out, which is getting great numbers on their defense.
Got overload on the right side. Trick snap, number 1, he's going to go to the right side. Going to get down to about the 2-yard line. That is going to get him a 1st and goal at about the, I'd say, the 3-yard line. Plenty of time on the clock.
That was a nice tackle by Gary Byers and a host of Baker players. I think he held him first, but then he got a little bit of help there. But I got timeout here, looks like, for Dothan High with 1:26 left to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, they're going to sit over here and talk about it. It might as well. You can't take them with you, you know, to the next half. So might as well just sit down. Let's talk about it. We need another score. It's a tie ball game. It would be fantastic going into the locker room with a 7-point lead, an 8-point lead, especially in a tight ball game like this. And they will be getting the ball.
That's correct. They will be getting the ball in the 2nd half. And Dothan High still has 1 timeout left with 1:26.
All right.
So, you know, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. So,
Dothan. Let's do it again. Dothan.
So the announcer getting the fans fired up. The student section are on their feet. So again, get a touchdown and get the ball back after the half. That's a win-win.
Sure is. I would expect to see Mr. Roderick with the ball in his hands, number 0. And following behind him, he is dynamic with the ball in his hands, and he's been hard to bring down. And Baker's normally had to have 2 or 3 guys to get him, so you're probably going to see a lot of dose here, Mr. number 0, Raymond Blackman.
You do have Raymond and Octavius Thomas in the backfield. Again, another overload to the right side for the Wolves. Probably going to run right there, just behind as many blockers as they can get to behind. And that's what they do. Going to get it down to about the 1-yard line.
Looks like it.
Maybe a half-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
A nice tackle there to keep him in. Surprised Baker's not calling timeout here to maybe get the ball right back before the quarter ends, but it looks like they're going to be happy with maybe making a stand here. I would expect to see something very similar you just saw right then. Either number 0 or number 1 is going to get the ball, and whoever doesn't, he's going to follow the other guy.
They tried right side. Look like they're going to go left side. They're milking that clock a little bit. I think they want to just run it down. And that's going to be a touchdown, Wolves. That's number 1, Octavius Thomas. And just like you said, Mark, the right side tried right side twice, then they went ahead and left sides, and that did create a seam there for him.
Yeah, they did. And you'll see whoever doesn't get the ball, whoever 0 or 1, the other guy, he's falling right behind him, get that lead block. And Dothan High dominated that line of scrimmage. You know, I think Baker's going to go back and look at film and think that 3rd and long, where they got off sides, kind of put Dothan High back into the play call where they could open their playbook and couldn't hold them, and ended up giving up that touchdown with 28 seconds to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Wesley Farmer in for the PAT. They are going for 1. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 28 seconds left before the half, the Wolves go up 22-15 in this fantastic ball game. You're right, though, Mark. I think that penalty that brought them to 3rd and 5 when it was 3rd and 10, you know, that made all the difference in the world.
Yeah, because it looked like they ran the play, and Carter Davis was kind of on a naked bootleg, 3rd and 10, so they weren't really going to run that same play. And once they got that extra 5 yards, that next play, they pulled that trickery out. Like you said, the naked bootleg or something, I don't know. It was like 3 different guys had the ball going somewhere, and next thing you know, you look up, he's 25 yards down the field. You can see the student section here from Dothan High. Very bright and colorful tonight. I would expect to see another pooch kick. I don't think you're going to kick it at number 9. He's already proven he can take it to the house. Roger Taylor is hard to bring down.
Yeah, I agree. I think that mid-level is where they're going to go, kick it somewhere to around the 30-yard line. No, he kicks it away and way out of the end zone. Nice kick there. It's going to bring it back with 28 seconds left. The Hornets will take over at their own 20-yard line. Not a whole lot of time, but, you know, with the athletes they have, Mark Kenny, you really never know.
Yeah, that was a nice kick there by number 87.
Blaine Munson.
I don't know why they ain't used him all night with a leg like that. That was impressive.
That was impressive. He just kicked it over the Hornets' head straight and went 5 yards in the end zone.
You'll see some teams on Saturday that ain't got kickers that can kick that far.
Again, we got 28 seconds left, so we'll see if the Hornets actually want to make a play, throw something deep, or are they just going to run the clock. That's a nice, safe pass, little slant over the middle. Going to get all the way down, to the 45-yard line. Nice play, nice run there. That was number 4, wide receiver Cameron Ward with the reception.
Kind of shocked why we not calling timeouts. I guess because they only have one left, but killing the ball. I think Coach Norman's probably going back and kick himself, and there was 45 seconds left on the clock, and he didn't call that timeout because he probably would like that time back right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, with his team that can score like that, Mark, I mean, you know, when they had Dothan Wolves, even when they was fit to score, I'd have called a timeout and save as much time as I can because, you know, they got an explosive offense. We've seen it.
You know, a quarterback with an arm like him, he can throw it 35 to 45 yards easily with just a flick of a wrist. So he can move the ball down the field real fast.
Baker with double wide ends on each side of the field. 16 seconds left.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Maybe they didn't have enough players.
The white hat's going to tell us. Delay game.
Oh, delay game. But Dothan High was trying to call timeout. They came on the field. I'm not really sure what. Okay. He got it right finally. Dothan High with the timeout. They took their last timeout.
A little bit of confusion there, but we got it figured out. I think Dothan High takes their last timeout with 16 seconds left. Just want to be sure they get their defense, nobody gets behind them, you know, for a crazy long play. You know, you got to be smart here because, like I say, with an arm like that Mr. Flowers has, I'm sure they're going to probably maybe rush 3, have everybody else back.
Yeah, and they've done a pretty good job of getting pressure on him. So, you know, I wouldn't let him stand back there too long. So, because he can definitely, the longer you wait, the farther he can throw it. So, I would try to put pressure on him as quick as I could, and maybe try to tackle him inbounds. They've got, I'm not sure about their kicker, but they're going to probably have to get 30 or 40 yards to even get in field goal range.
Yeah, I saw him kicking before. He was hitting them from 30. So, I mean, that's 45 yards or so. He was nailing them pretty easily, excuse me. So you're right there, and also with the quarterback with Flowers, you know, with his speed, you know, if they give him protection and they take all the defenders back, it gives him lots of room to run. So he can get on down, you know, 15, 20 yards, get out of bounds in 8 seconds, 10 seconds, and still have some time on the clock.
Referees are talking, and I think they're trying to figure out, did Dothan High call that timeout before the delay of game? I'm not sure what exactly they're doing here with the white hat.
Yeah, I think Coach Norman that's what he was saying. He said, I think that Dothan High called timeout before you called the penalty. Dothan High is rushing 4. Going to put some pressure on him. Try to. And they do. And he's going to go down. Also, great coverage downfield So by Dothan High. So that's going to give them another loss all the way back to the 30-yard line with 0. That's going to give it. That's going to be the end of the quarter.
Yeah, you'll see
half. Probably.
Takevius Martin here getting pressure at the middle. Him number 45 bringing him down. Great pursuit. I'm not sure if they called a timeout. Looks like they didn't. So they just went ahead and let the clock run out. So that's going to be halftime here. Back and forth here in the second quarter going towards halftime. Like you said, I'm expecting this game to be really high scoring going into the second half. And that's going to be a good matchup, I think, and it's going to be a good test for Dothan High here.
I agree 100%. I think it's going to be back and forth and still, and everybody's going to make adjustments at halftime now. So, you know, you can see. I think you're going to see Baker making some adjustment. So,
come on back and see us. 22-15. We got John Ferguson coming back to tell us about the city of Dothan.
There's never been a better time to explore your career options, and you can start at WTVY.com/nowhiring. We want to connect employers across the wiregrass with people just like you, who have the passion and drive to do more than just earn a living, but make an impact. So whether you're thinking blue collar, white collar, indoor, outdoor, office, or remote, start exploring the openings local businesses have right here. Visit WTVY.com/nowhiring. Sponsored by Wayne Farms.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
And principals, Todd Richard, Christina Johnson, and Dr. Keith Lane. We would like to introduce the 2022 Dothan City Schools Overcome Report. Representing the 9th grade from Dothan City Virtual School, Miss Jada Lloyd. Jada is the daughter of Fatima Lloyd. She's being escorted by Cody Lloyd. Mr. Presidente Jones. Presidente is the son of Lola Jones. He is being escorted by Dothan City Virtual School Principal, Mr. Stephen Johnson. Representing 9th grade from Carver 9th grade Academy, Miss Olivia Dawson. And her mother, Wilson. She is being escorted by her brother, Cameron Dawson. Representing 10th grade from Dothan City Virtual School, Miss Zachariah Davis. Zachariah is the daughter of Amanda Long and Simon Davis Jr. She is being escorted by her father, Simon Susan Jones and Doug Jones. She is being escorted by her nephew, Braden Hightower. Mr. Jamal Rowell. Jamal is the son of Tiffany Bailey. He is being escorted by his mother, Tiffany Bailey. Representing 11th grade from Dothan City Virtual School, Miss Carly Brienne Kimmel. Carly is the daughter of Jason Kimmel and Justin and Stephanie Hart. She is being escorted by her father, Jason Kimmel. Representing 11th grade from Dothan High School, Miss Kaya Hamilton. Kaya is the daughter of Caleb Reynolds and Jermaine Reynolds. She is being escorted by her father, Jermaine Reynolds. Mr. Keith Stampley. Keith is the son of Keith Stampley and Satoria Stampley. He is being escorted by his mother, Satoria Stampley. Representing 12th grade from Dothan City Virtual School, Miss Natalie Ashworth. Natalie is the daughter of Jessica Case and Tim Ashworth. She is being escorted by her father, Tim Ashworth. Miss Keisha Porter. Keisha is the daughter of Shakila Porter and Roderick McNair. She is being escorted by her mother, Shakila Porter. Representing 12th grade from Dothan High School, Miss Sarah Gann. Sarah is the daughter of Alicia Walker and Edwin Walker. She is being escorted by her father. Miss Jamia Scruggs. Jamia is the daughter of Eric Johnson, Alicia Baker, and Lyndon Baker. She is being escorted by her father, Eric Johnson. Miss Dylan is the daughter of Jared and Melissa Forrester. She is being escorted by her honorary dad, Jared Forrester. Mr. Heath Cody. Heath is the son of Heath Cody Sr. and Lindra Hill. Heath is being escorted by his mother, Lindra Hill. Mr. Judd Prescott. Judd is the son of Jennifer Hall and Mike Prescott. Judd is being escorted by his mother. Mr. John Turner. John is the son of Kokisha Small and John Turner Sr. He's being escorted by his mother. We will crown one king tonight, representing Dothan High School. And now, here to crown our 2022 DHS Homecoming King is Dothan High School's principal, Dr. Bland. Your 2022 Homecoming King is Mr. Judd Prescott. We will crown two queens this evening. We will crown a queen representing the Dothan City Virtual School and one representing Dothan High School. At this time, we will crown our queen from the Dothan City Virtual School. The Dothan City Virtual School 2021 Homecoming Queen, Allison Pardo, will be crowning the queen. The 2022 Dothan Virtual School Queen is Keisha Porter.
And now, here to crown our 2022 DHS Queen is Dothan High School's principal, Dr. Bland. At this time, we will crown the 2022 Dothan High School Homecoming Queen. Your 2022 DHS Queen is Miss Jamia Scruggs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate both of our queens, King, and all of our attendants. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Homecoming Court. Attendants, at this time, you may exit the field. On behalf of Dr. Dennis Coe, Superintendent of Dothan City Schools, Dr. Samuel Bland, Principal of Dothan High School, and Dothan Music Supervisor, Mr. Scott Falk, we proudly present the Dothan High School Pride of the Wolfpack Marching Band. The 2022 DHS Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Jenny Messenger. Tonight's show is the music of the stars. Opening with the Krypton fanfare, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Elton John's Rocket Man, and Gustav Holst's Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dothan High School Wolfpack Band.
Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
This is a new and strange environment at first, suddenly finding yourself in orbit.
All right, well, welcome everybody back here to Rip U Stadium. We have the honor of having Commissioner John Ferguson here to kind of give us an update of what's going on. For those that haven't been around here in Dothan and seen Rip U's, John, tell us about what's been going on the last couple of years out here.
Well, we're currently finishing up phase 2 of the two-phase project. This stadium was built in 1963. There was really no renovations or improvements made to the campus other than basic maintenance and some routine things. So the commission talked about it for several years, and we looked at even building a brand new stadium when Dothan decided to combine the two schools to become a 7A school. That was a $40 million investment 2 years ago. It'd be probably 55 or 60 today. And even then, if we did that, we still have Rip U Stadium, so what to do with it? So we ultimately decided to add some new features to this historic venue, if you will, and so far it looks really good. But last year, we started with a parking lot. We repaved about 3/4 of it, took it down to the base because it was the original asphalt. And you remember the Peanut Festival a couple of years ago, all the problems we had with that. So we wanted to get it done right, but in that process, we found there's a lot of soil problems. So you've got the large area on the southwest corner we still got to contend with, and we're going to get it done, but it's a big project. But the first phase was the parking lot, the landscape. We've got an actual front entrance now, a courtyard, a main entrance to the stadium. We never really had that. We just had a few ticket windows, and that was it. So it gives it more of a presence, if you will. You got the main gateway kind of walking up the walkway up to the ticket office. You can see there. I do need to correct myself. The press box we're standing in was added in 2008. But other than that, that's about it.
Now, what about the turf? I know we've got brand new turf.
Right.
And it looks really good. And it looks like it's also made to play soccer as well out here. It's not going to just be just one football. It's going to be other sports as well.
That's right. You know, you want to if you're going to invest this kind of money we're putting in here, you want to make sure it's used. So yes, it's a competition soccer turf. It's interesting. They had to add 24 inches of dirt to that surface and then compact it down. So the playing surface is actually 18 inches higher than it was when it was grass. So yeah, we had to pour the concrete perimeter, and that sort of serves as a tension where that field is tension to give it its properties. But brand new locker rooms, home and away. That's the first time we've ever had sufficient locker rooms in this history. They were taking a knee in the corner of the end zone. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. So those locker rooms are really top notch. I've been told they're as good, if not better, than anything else in 7A. So hopefully the kids can come wearing their coat and tie to the game, change out, showers and everything for the home and away. The new concession stand that'll service both the home and visitor side is underway. Added the video board last year. That was this year, I'm sorry. We'll have instant replay capabilities on the video screen when the cameras arrive. So we've had some supply chain issues and those kind of things, but the LED lighting is broadcast quality, and I've heard nothing but good things. I mean, we've got some growing pains. We've got some parking challenges still, but we're going to fix them, and real excited about it. I've heard nothing but good things. So.
Well, I know I've talked to some of the coaches from Northside, and Philip and myself have talked to coaches who've played here, and they really like the field here.
Yeah.
They say it plays fast, and I know the city likes it. One thing, it won't be the wear and tear on the field of natural grass. It's easier to upkeep. So I think in the long run, this is a nice move that the city has done for the town. And like you said, the 2 locker rooms, they look phenomenal, and they get that taken care of probably this time next year. This is going to be I would think one of the top 10 stadiums in the state.
Well, I hope so. Like I said, we've invested about $13.6 million in our will when we're done with this phase, and it's a significant investment. Some of the other things we've done is redid the handicap areas, accessible area on the home and visitor side. There's a ramp underneath that kind of feeds to that area. Added some improvements to the old concession stands, which will still be a part of the stadium, but the main concession stand in the north end zone will be where most people go, I believe. So.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you, John, coming by and talking to us. A lot of folks who haven't come by Rip Hughes lately hadn't seen this, and this kind of gives them an insight, and you can give them a really good kind of direction on what's planning on the future, and we appreciate you coming. Is there anything else in the city that you want to talk about real quick that may be coming?
Just glad to see Dothan High, building a team. I've been interacting with them some, and Coach really loves them, and they're responding to him, and I think he's got something special going, and I think Dothan's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, good deal. I appreciate you taking the time today to do this. It's halftime, and the score is 22-15. Dothan High. Hopefully Dothan can hold on here and do a great job.
Yep.
And appreciate you guys, and see you in a little bit here back in Rip Hughes Stadium.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
Your community never stops moving. Neither do we. With the News 4 Now desk, you get the biggest stories now as they're happening. When severe weather threatens, the forewarned weather team is tracking it, keeping you ahead of the storm. News 4 is your hometown news leader because we're always working for you. Download our apps for every device and follow News 4 on your favorite platforms. News 4 Now, sponsored by Apex Janitorial.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Better morning start with News 4.
Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Justin McNelly.
And I'm Kinsley Centers. This is News 4 this morning. Helping you plan your day.
With forewarned weather.
Wake up with us tomorrow morning with everything you need to start your day.
Covering the wiregrass all morning long. Even some fun along the way.
Get up to speed. News 4, your hometown news leader all morning long. Start your day with Kinsley, Justin, and Amber on News 4 this morning.
All right, we are back. Halftime is just about over with. Again, we are at Dothan. The Dothan High Wolves against the Baker Hornets. Been a fantastic first half, Mark. It's 22-15. The Wolves are leading, but, man, what a fantastic game. And I expect the second half to be just as fantastic.
Yeah, we got a few stats here from the Pierce boys in the locker. Talked about how Mr. Flowers has about 39 yards throwing, and they also have about 80 yards rushing for Baker. Now, Dothan's going to receive the ball here, and Dothan is pretty much, except for one pass, has done mostly their work on the ground, and they're up to 142 yards by half. So if they do that, they'll have close to 300 yards on the ground for the game, and I imagine that Coach Kennedy is kind of wanting that to happen here in the second half.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. It's all mixed up between three different players or so. Number 0 trying an onside kick. Baker did to start off the half, trying to get that ball back, but it did not happen. Got kicked out of bounds, so the Wolves will take over. But I was just saying that, you know, it's split up between number 0, Raymond Blackman, number 1, Octavius Thomas, and number 5, Tamarian Peterson. So, you know, it's just been, you just never know. And we talked about it earlier in the half. Well, whoever don't get it, the other one blocks. And then they go, and they'll switch, overload the right side. They'll overload the left side. So using that extra blockers to gain that yards and open up a seam, be able to get to the secondary, and then the speed takes over.
And they'll actually even use their quarterback. Carter Davis has actually been a lead blocker on some of the plays, and you don't see that too much. But they've had the defensive Baker on their heels a little bit in the second. Now, the end of the second quarter, Baker did a pretty good job, except for that last drive. They stopped them a couple times. So with a 7-point lead, I would expect Dothan High to start running the ball.
And they are. There's a nice little cut up the middle, little handoffs. He saw a little opening there and cut. That's the number 5, Tamarian Peterson. You know, picked up a couple yards. I think thought he saw more than was there. He's closed in a hurry, Mark.
Yeah, they did a good job of crashing down and only allowing 2 yards on that play, because he tried to cut back on them, but they held their defensive position, did a good job of holding them.
Again, with the onside try, that puts the ball at the Wolves' 44-yard line with great field position and a great chance to capitalize on that good field position. They get something started here. It's number 5, Tamarian Peterson, trying that right side. Just trying to string it out, wait for his blockers, try to get some room in there, some wiggle room, and he got a little bit. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 left for a first down. But again, I expect Baker went into the locker room, and Coach Norman made some serious adjustments and, you know, try to get them stopping that run game.
Yeah, Timothy Williams, the defensive line, did a great job of moving down that line of scrimmage and making that tackle. Brings up about 3rd and 5 here for Dothan High.
Great open field tackle, well, in the backfield anyway. So number 0, Raymond Blackman, was brought down for about a 2-yard loss, and they got back there quick.
Yeah, Mr. Gary Bowers, he's been on the play a lot, and he stayed and held his own there, and actually they lost a yard. I'm not sure if Dothan would go for this or try to actually draw them off sides.
Looks like that's what it did. They went to a quick speed-up offense, and I think they're trying that same tactic, like you said, is do that down line, maybe a hard count, and see if they can draw them all up. At this field position at 4th and about 7 to go, I don't see them going for it. Could be wrong. Well, they let the play clock down to 2, 1. So it looks like they're just going to take it and then go to take the punt, take the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try to maneuver. Got the delay of game here on the Dothan High. Surprised they didn't try to draw them off there even more, because there was about 20 seconds. They just sat there and didn't do anything. That kind of surprised me a little bit, but nice stop for Baker on the first series, the second half.
Dothan High punting from their own 25-yard line. They're bringing pressure again. Little line drive punt. It's going to be hard to handle. But number 5, he finally picks it up. It's Tamarian Peterson. Nice coverage by Dothan High School. That's number 5, Jaden Campbell, with reception. That was a hard line drive kick. It was kind of bouncing. It kind of scared me a little bit. I said, I don't know if I'd have just let that go. And might as well, because the coverage, the swarm coverage that the Wolves had down there about the 12-yard line stopped him and actually backed him up about 5.
Well, you know, the coaches try to tell you time and time again, catch that ball in the air. Don't let it hit the ground. And once it hit the ground, it gave Dothan High plenty of time to get down there. And they're a host of Wolves. There was probably 6 or 7 guys on the tackle there and did a great job, because Baker's now starting from their own 11.
Yeah, the Hornets need 90 yards for a touchdown. They are losing by a touchdown to the Wolves. 9:43 left in this third quarter. Great stop at the line of scrimmage. It was, you're right when you said they almost run the same offense, because they have 2 in the backfield. They fall into the first one, the second one with the ball, try to follow that block. But once the first blocker got through, Dothan High just closed the gap really quick. So they was able to get maybe 2 yards, 1 yard.
Mikael Lowe did a great tackle there. But, I would expect to see a lot of Mr. Roderick for Baker because he's averaging about 9 yards per carry, number 9. He's the one that broke it off in the second quarter for a long run. And between him and Mr. Flowers in the backfield there, looks like we got him coming back again. The same play, he scored a touchdown. Now looks like in the second quarter he's lining up behind the quarterback.
Broke a tackle. And he was following blocks downfield. They released the guard to get into the secondary to put a block on, and able to get about maybe 4 yards or so. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Thought he was going to get a lot more. He kind of, instead of going north-south, he started going east-west, and they were able to track him down before he got too big of a gain.
Yeah, the speed of the defense of Dothan High caught up with him. I think the coach will tell him next time you get that extra 2 or 3 yards and make it 3rd and short. I think he ended up losing 2 or 3, making it 3rd and 5 now here for Baker.
Number 7, Zion Davis now in the backfield. Now splits out, goes for a reception. And the ball again was thrown high by Mr. Flowers. It was intended for number 11, wide receiver Jaden Robinson, 5'8", 156. But again, it was uncatchable. He just, I don't know, it looks like his release, he's not following through with his release more.
Yeah, those are just joining us. Number 8 for Baker is a junior quarterback that has college offers already from Alabama and Georgia. He's a top-of-the-line quarterback prospect for next year. Coming to either of those schools. He also has the likes of Arkansas and LSU that's offered as well. So he is a very talented player.
Great defensive stand by the Wolves. Going to get the ball back. Good field position. Punter at his own goal line. Beautiful high punt. He's going to let that sail. He's going to get a Hornet bounce all the way down to almost past the 35 to the 34-yard line, where Dothan High will take over. But nice defensive stand there, 4 and out. That's like what you like to see.
Yeah, and again, that's another classic example on special teams. The coaches, I can imagine, are screaming, catch the ball, catch the ball. Because if he catches that, you get about 10 yards. But you let it go, and the way this turf is, and you get the roll, he ended up getting about 10 or 12 extra yards on it. And, he kicked it from his end zone, and now they're inside the 35, their own 35, and nice punt for Baker.
Yeah, he could have caught that fair catch at about the 45-yard line. Little fumble snap there by Tamarian Peterson. He's going to get back maybe to the original line of scrimmage, though. Yeah, it's just a little bit of lack of concentration there. Luckily, he didn't lose the handle on it altogether.
Yeah, Dawson Kelly made a good play. Just to get back to the line of scrimmage, like you said, was a good play because he kind of bobbled a little bit. I think he was kind of looking and then watched the ball in there, and that hurt him. Brings up 2nd and 9 for Dothan High.
There again, that overload to the left side. Instead of going, they faked it. Did a little bit of cross blocking there that was going to open up for number 19. He's able to get down to inside the Hornet territory at about the 46-yard line. That was some good blocking. Nice little play, nice little different play. Instead of following, he's going to hand it to the inside. So you got your blockers, 56 there.
Looks like an old classic trap play. They ran right behind the guard, and great run there, and reading the defense and getting the first down for Dothan High.
Yeah, good call by head coach Jed Kennedy there on that play. It's going to be up 1st and 10 from, again, the 46-yard line of the Hornets. Going to pick up out of forward. Tamarian Peterson following his blockers again. And Dothan High is very content to just run the ball, and why not? Then be able to pick up plenty of yards, getting 4, 5 yards, and then also breaking a big gain. So I would run it too, Mark.
Yeah, and if you're watching from home and you're looking at the game, it almost looks like back to Bear Bryant days. The guys are really close to each other, and the tackles and the guards are twisting and causing problems, and Baker's having a hard time picking up the ball.
That's that same play that they've run that they got a nice gain on. They just swap sides to it. So there's number 19, Zach Walker, running back, 5'8", 160, and that's the same exact play they run from the left side. They just run it from the right side, and that's a good play because it gained another 5 yards, so it's third and about 1 yard line.
Yeah, it's like an inside handoff almost in the backfield, and when he goes in front of him, it's a little trickery on the linebackers, and right now they're having a hard time with that.
See, Baker got 5 linebackers right there, 1 safety. Stood him up pretty good there, but he's definitely going to get enough for the first down from where the referee is. So at about the 36-yard line, that's going to move the chains for Dothan High with a new set of downs. Mark Kinney.
Yeah, and it's like he made the call right before he hiked it. There's about 10 players from Baker within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. I think Baker's going to make them throw it here in a second, because if you continue to run like they have and they can't stop it, that's the only thing they can do.
Number 19, Zach Walker, was coming out of the ball game. Coach said, nope, stay in there. Made 2 good plays, 2 good runs. This time they got 1 semi-wide receiver. He ain't really wide. Had good pressure. That was wise. And number 5, Tamarian Peterson, just to throw that ball away because number 52 was in there in a hurry.
Well, also this year in high school, if you're outside the tackle, you can throw the ball past the line of scrimmage, and it's not intentional grounding like you've seen on TV the last 5-10 years in college and in the pros. But in high school, they have just made that rule this year. So he threw that ball past the line of scrimmage, and he was definitely outside the tackle, so there was not intentional grounding on Dothan High.
Carter Davis back in at the QB position with 2nd and 10. It's going to be another one of those indirect snaps. Although Carter was in the backfield, it was not snapped to him. It was knocked sideways to number 2. So it kind of a different look. Again, trying to keep Baker a little bit off their toes there. Third and 7 for the Wolves. 4:11 left in the third quarter. Wolves up by 7.
I got to believe you're in 4-down territory here for Dothan High if they get anything out of this play.
Whether their defense has been playing, I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, that's going to be a big first down there. Nice run. Let the ball come out, and it did, but I think it was recovered by the Wolves. Looked like a Baker player got in there and got a hand on it and snatched it out before he hit the ground, but the Wolves quickly fell back on it. So it's going to be a first down from about the 24-yard line for Dothan High.
It looked like Willie Stanton came in and made the pop. That jarred it loose, but Dothan High got it back, which brings up 1st and 10 from about the 29.
That's a very nice run by number 1, Octavius Thomas. Again, that triple threat of Dothan High really doing a number on the Hornets. It's number 0, Raymond Blackman's going to get about 4-yard line. You know, he just kind of waiting for his blockers, being very patient, picking his way through there, picking up 4-yard lines, you know, not doing anything, you know, sideways, just going north and south. So if you can pick up 4 yards every time on every play, you're going to get a first down every time, ain't you?
Yeah, Latrell Lett made a great play of stopping him 3 yards deep, but you got to give credit to this Dothan High offense. They're pushing this defensive line back from Baker 3 or 4 yards on every play. If you go back and look at the first half, some silly holding calls that end up costing them ending drives, but besides that, they've dominated the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that Baker defense has been out there a long time. Man in motion, try to set up almost like a little screen. So that was number 13, Cannell Jones, a tight end, 6'2", 210. But Baker was on that pretty quickly. He might have got 2 yards. Be up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, number 7, Latrell Lett again. You'll see in the replay here, a little dump pass out, trying to hit the wide receiver. Number 13, number 7 comes in and sticks him good, puts him right there, just short of the 4th down. It looks like about 3rd and 4 going for Dothan High with 2:04 left to go in the third quarter.
Looks like number 19 is going to go in for the score. He's had several good plays this quarter in this series. That's number 19, Zach Walker. That was kind of like a reverse, inside reverse mark. It really fooled the Baker defense. They was all going one way, trying to stop they overcommitted. So Dothan High had nothing but green after that handoff.
Yeah, Baker's having a hard time with the eye watching the ball because they seem to be following the players and not the ball. And back then they caught him on the backside. And number 19, like you said, he absolutely just exploded through the line of scrimmage and ended up getting that touchdown run. And that's a good play for Dothan High.
The call Bob, PAT. Be cool, call Bob is good. So with that being said, yeah, on that replay, as you can see, nice blocking, but it really fooled the defense. They were really overcommitted to going to the right. So with 1:55 left in the third quarter, with the fans cheering loud, getting up 29-15, the Wolves over the Baker Hornets.
Yeah, you know it's a good thing in the stands when you have the elderly doing the surf swag, and they were doing that at halftime, and that was impressive. We had some grandmas with their phones out, and it was quite entertaining here for us in the booth.
It was good.
But you love the enthusiasm of the fans. That's good to see. There for a while here in Dothan, the football team really had a hard time, and now I think the cities have kind of embraced this one-team mentality, and they're showing up, and they're coming out, and they're having a good time. And, if we're doing well and you're playing well, the city will do well as well.
Hey, no doubt. The fans will show up, and they have shown up. I mean, it is packed here at Rip U Stadium on the home side. Baker they're fairly good, and they are fired up too. The fans are just not sitting there. They're getting into the game. The cheerleaders are doing a great job. So it's such a good atmosphere now than what it was in years past. And Coach Kennedy has done a fantastic job getting this team ready. Baker takes it at 5, by number 5. Kind of runs into his own man. So although there was some Wolves down there, he kind of just said that was Jaden Campbell, wide receiver, deep back, that kind of clashed with his own guy, helped tackle him.
Yeah, it seemed wide, though. He's going to get credit for the tackle and made the crowd make a big noise in here. That was a good, nice, big hit for them with 21. You'll see the replay here coming through at about the 20-yard line. He comes up and makes good contact, makes good tackle right there. And be 1st and 10 for Baker, it looks like, from about their own 19.
Again, Baker's got a long field to go to get a touchdown, but they do need one. Losing by 2 touchdowns. The Wolves defense playing good, really good. Look like we're going to pass it. Mr. Flowers with a long throw, but it wasn't too accurate, and he's also in double coverage. So luckily that was not picked off by the Wolves. That was not a good choice to make that pass, Mr. Kenny.
Well, I think that he actually had him open, but he kind of threw it behind him, which let the defender catch up with him. If he would have let him across the field, because he started going an angle towards the sideline, I think that would have been a nice completion. But Dothan High did a great job by recovering there and knocking the ball down when he was a little bit behind him.
Look like the Hornets going to spread the offense out a little bit. Nice pressure by the Wolves. Mr. Flowers had nowhere for it to go. That play had no time to develop. I think it was going to be a crossing route, but I really couldn't tell. But he had to throw the ball away. But that was good pressure by number 28 and number 29.
I think they were trying to set up a screen there to Roderick in the backfield. Mr. Roderick Taylor, who had the long run, but I think he got caught up within the line. And Mr. Flowers ended up having to throw the ball away. Yes. Good defense by Dothan High.
28 Kendall Brewer, number 29 Jimmy Berry, putting the pressure on Mr. Flowers. And they put pressure on him again, but hey, the secondary's doing a great job. Got a man open. Nice throw to number 11. It's going to go all the way down to the Wolves' 40-yard line. So that was number 11, Torion Wilson.
You'll see the replay here. This is the reason why he's a Division I prospect. On the run, full speed, and a flick of the wrist about 35 yards down the field, hitting the guy in stride. That's impressive, and that's what the coaches see, and that's why he'll be playing on Saturday someday.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. That was number 11, Jaden Robinson, with the reception. that is one thing that could hurt the Wolves, Mark Kenny, is those big plays, because if you get that and then you get that sideline, then players fired up, then it's only, say, they can score in a hurry. So don't think 2 touchdowns is a lot. It was number 9. That was Roderick Taylor, got tripped up in the backfield, so he's going to lose a couple yards.
Yeah, Takevius Martin did a great job of blowing up that play. He was with the lineman, and it looks like he might have slipped on the turf, or actually may have got caught up in Takevius' leg, but that was a good stop for Dothan here. Brings up, looks like 2nd and 12.
57 seconds with the clock ticking to the end of this 3rd quarter. Except for that 1st quarter, I mean, they had not a lot of penalties since then. Offsides, offsides. Mr. Flowers looking downfield again. Looked like there was incidental contact between the Wolves and the Hornets players going downfield, so there was really nobody there to catch the ball.
And I think it's one of the situations you see in the replay where he'll roll out here to the left. The ball was really uncatchable. The ball was about 20 yards over the line of scrimmage. He's telling him to go. Nice pressure there by the Dothan High lineman. And the ball landed about 15, 20 yards. The wide receiver actually fell down about the 15. So good defense. Big down, 3rd down here for Dothan High defense. Looks like we're probably going to need a timeout. There's only 5 seconds left on the play clock.
And that's what we did. So with 37 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, the Hornets did take a timeout. They want to talk about things. You know, had a nice, that was a Hornet timeout. That was a nice throw, and that's the first one that he threw that was on target. But again, it don't take a whole lot to give a quarterback like him a confidence. So I'm looking for them to maybe throw a little bit more.
Yeah, he's extremely impressive to watch. Dothan High's done a great job of putting pressure on him. They've contained him, but when he has gotten outside the pocket, it doesn't take much just to flick of the wrist to make the play, and that's what's probably the most impressive to me. And I could see what the coaches see in him in the future. And think about this, Phillip. He's just a junior.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really just a baby. And this is probably his 1st or 2nd year. You give him a couple of years and you put him in the weight room and he's already 6'3", 200 pounds. He will be a freak when he gets to college. And he's going to be, he could be 6'4", 6'5", and built 230 by the time he gets to college. And that's what coaches see. And I'd be wanting him on my team as well.
Yeah, that'll be a handful for defense right there, especially with his athletic ability. And again, I said it before, he seems like a very smart player. Don't do dumb things. Like, say, he threw the ball away when he was getting pressure over there. You know, he protects the ball, don't make silly plays. So, and that's also a huge factor, especially when you got somebody that's running your offense. Kind of try to set up another screen. It was like going to be a crossing screen. But we do have a flag on the play. But again, Dothan High just putting a lot of pressure straight up the middle on Mr. Flowers.
I think we're going to have a flag on Dothan High for unnecessary roughness. Kind of got in a shot there after the play was over with. Then they started jawing a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Dothan High get hit here with a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that last play on the replay, yep, that last play on the replay, you know, there was almost a late hit coming in on Dothan High because he done throwing the ball and they gave him a little shove. They didn't let him get away with that one, but they probably made able to say.
Personal foul against the defense, 15 yards, 1st down.
Mr. Whitehead said exactly what we said. It's going to be a personal foul, and that's going to move the ball down to the Wolves' 27-yard line. So that's a big no-no right there.
Yeah, it just extended the drive. It was
yes,
3rd and 12, and now you just give him 1st down because you want to get a shot in. You know, you got to be disciplined. I guarantee you, Coach Kendi, the defense will hear about this when they go do film study next week.
Yeah, you got an explosive offense like the Hornets does. You cannot give them. You can't help them. Don't help them. And he didn't help them there. It's a nice play with a loss of about 2 or 3 yard lines. That was number 7, Zion Davis, getting blown up by, what was that, number 31?
Ezekiel Scott, number 31, did a great job. He just beat his man, as you can see right there. and got him down, but we got 12 seconds here. Looks like this is going to probably be the last play that we have. We got 5 seconds. It's 29-15, Dothan Wolves going into the fourth quarter. Come back and talk to us, get you something to drink, and let's hope we got a good fourth quarter here, folks. Talk to you later.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
We are back for this fourth quarter of this exciting football game between the Dothan High Wolves and the Baker Hornets. The Hornets on the move. The Wolves helping a little bit, but that's a nice defensive play there. The ball pops out and it's picked up by the Wolves. That's number 3. He's going to go all the way for the fumble recovery for another Wolves touchdown. It's number 3, Corian Salter. And we do have a Baker player down, but man,
Yeah, that was a nice tackle. Number 45, he caused the fumble. Mikel Lowe, and like you said, number 3 picked it up. Corian Salter, and Poop and Scoop scored a touchdown. That was nice. Looks like we got the Roderick Taylor, the running back. He's down on the play, and I hope he's okay. Maybe it's just a cramp or maybe a bruise, because he's very important to the Bakers offense.
yeah, that Wolves D-line, I mean, just exploding up the middle again, getting to Mr. Joshua Flowers in a hurry. Somebody got a big paw out, knocked that ball out. We're going to watch this replay. Watch this defensive line just to push them back through the middle. Like number 31, maybe knocked that ball out. I think that's Ezekiel Scott. And then once he scooped it, again, that speed, they got speed all over the place. Number 3 took it to the house. Mark Kenny took it to the house.
And it looked like on the instant replay, number 9 was blocking the tailback, and somebody fell on the back of his legs. And you see this on the great play there. And you hate that. You know, you see a lot of injuries in football on the line, or normally not the guy you're blocking. It's somebody that you're not blocking comes and falls into your legs, and hopefully he's going to be okay. Maybe it's just a sprain, but he's walking pretty gingerly on that ankle right now.
Yeah, that's number 9, Roger Taylor. He is up on his own power, so that's good. But, again, probably got a high ankle sprain, I would think. So with 11:44 left in this game, Dothan High opens it up to a 35-15 lead. That's before the PAT. Call Bob. Be cool, PAT. And that was a mistake that the Hornets did not need.
And Dothan High getting great pressure on the quarterback, causing that play. And that
Wesley Farmer with a kick. It's up, and it is good. So that PAT, that puts the Wolves at 36. Baker Hornets at 15. So the defense said, let us get in a little bit on that scoring action. Let the offense have all that fun.
Yeah, they did a great job, and they pressured the quarterback, Mr. Flowers, from Baker all night, and that time they got to him and caused a turnover and end up getting points out of it. And that's probably what Coach Kenny's looking for out of his defense. He's not wanting a shootout back and forth. He'd like that defense to make a stand, and they did that time on a drive, and that was well done.
It was very well done. So on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, the Wolves have looked very impressive tonight and running the ball. But that's their forte. That's what, with that triple threat, that's what they do. Some of the games that I looked at, some of the stats, 300 yards, they'd have total offense, almost 400 yards, and 3/4 of that will be running.
Yeah, he did a great job here. Number 9 is the guy that's broke a lot of the kickoffs, so we've lost him now for Baker. Somebody's going to have to step up here. I would expect them to kick it deep, especially after they kicked out of the back of the end zone on the last chance.
Yeah, that's Mason Rowe with that big foot, and he drives him back to his own goal line. He's going to bring it out. Ooh, nice tackle there. It's going to make it back to about the 22-yard line before number 32 lays some whooping on him.
And he's getting a lot of high fives coming to the sideline. Jackson and Brown did a great job of sticking him, holding his lane. It's a good job by Jackson. Looks like we got another player down here. The return, you'll see Jackson come up and does a great job of really just knocking him down immediately, and looks like his legs kind of bent back on him there, as you can tell from the replay. He's still down. Number 5 for Baker.
Yeah, that's Jaden Campbell, the wide receiver. So they don't need any more players out. They've already, I think, down a few players when you was talking to the coach. So, and then number 9's out, so they don't need any more that's going off. They need all they can, the healthy players they can. Again, somebody's going to have to step up, but it's a 3-touchdown lead, so not a whole lot of time. I mean, 11:38 left, but you need a quick score.
Yeah, you don't need a long drive here, because the way Dothan gets the ball, they will drag it out 3 or 4 or 5 minutes on their drives, and you may not get enough possessions back to tie the ball game up. So you're going to have to score quick and try to hold them real quick as well.
A little outside pass there to number 7, where it was intended to number 7. So that's running back Zion Davis. He just lost a handle on it. He might have heard some Wolf footsteps coming to him there, Mr. Kenny.
Yeah, I think he was kind of looking upfield and didn't watch the ball come in. That was a nice ball thrown by the quarterback. Just didn't quite look it in.
Joshua Flowers with a strike that should have been held on. I know he was hit immediately, but that was number 3, Jaden Archibald, and he could have got, that had been a first down, and that was a nice pass right there.
Hits him right in the hand. Number 7 and Jaber Ruffin, number 39, did a great job of making that, but quarterback's putting the ball where he needs to. The players aren't just making the plays for him right now, which brings up 3rd and 10. This is not where they need to be if they want to get back in this ball game.
Joshua needing some protection. So rolls out to his right, throws to number 1. That is wide receiver Zontae McWilliams. Kind of his hand is a little awkward, but again, that's why you're wide receiver. You need to come up with those throws, especially when your offense is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3. You'll see the instant replay here. The wide receiver is kind of falling down, but again, look at the athletic ability, how he rolls out, and on the run, he hits him right in the hands. And you probably ask him on the sidelines, you say, hey, what do you think? You think you should have had that? And I would probably just about guarantee you Zontae McWilliams would say yes.
So it's a fair catch by number 9. That's Braxton Hornsby for the Wolves, and they will take over at their own 47-yard line with 11:17 left with a 3-touchdown lead against a Baker Hornets. Offense looking really good. Defense looking fantastic. Nice stand again. I think Baker helped them out a little bit with 2 drop passes there, though.
Yeah, they did. Just the stat from the truck tells us that the last 6 passes have been incomplete for Josh Flowers. And, some have been because of the defense, and also some have been because of the wide receivers not catching, and they're just not in rhythm right now. And I would expect Dothan High to grind this out with 11:17 yet here in the fourth quarter and try to put this game away.
That big offensive Wolves line just moving a pile down for about 6-yard gain past midfield into Baker territory at the 47-yard line.
You know, that's not very pretty, but I think if you're Dothan High, you like that. You get your 6 yards, that clock's continually ticking, and you want the clock on your side right now, and it is on Dothan High's side.
Real nice blocking there. So nice run by number 1, Octavius Thomas. Again, him and Raymond Blackman in the backfield, and you just never know which one of them is going to run it. But that offensive line imposing their will now. The big guys are just moving them back.
And it was a nice tackle by number 47. Did a good job of holding it in there, Xavier Jackson. One thing I did notice on the play clock that Dothan High snapped it with still 14 seconds left on the clock. I would expect Coach Kennedy here to kind of get that in within the 5-4-3 range before you hike the ball to milk that clock as much as you can.
Looks like that's what they're doing on this possession. It's down to 8. Again, nice blocking. Goodness, open up huge holes for number 5, Tamarian Peterson, getting it all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Just that offensive line just can't say enough. Watch the instant replay. Watch this hole that they've opened up for Tamarian. Didn't get touched till he got down to about the, 30-yard line.
And Quincy Horn made a touchdown saving tackle there, which is okay with Dothan High. They're wanting to milk the clock. We're at 9:45 to go inside just about the 25 of Baker.
Number 1, Octavius Thomas, falling backwards for about a 4-yard gain, making it 2nd and 6. Again, the Wolves just grinding it out.
Tamarian Peterson, number 5, just broke the 100-yard mark here from the stat truck. So a good night for Mr. Tamarian and the whole rushing offense of Dothan High.
He fakes it, number 1, Octavius Thomas, and that is Raymond Blackman. Kept it run around the left side, got another 3 yards, and was hit hard by the Hornet players that brought him down. Again, 3rd and 3.
That was a nice hit there by Gary Byers, but they're going to tell Davis again, be careful. He lowered his helmet, and that's how you get hurt. I know you're trying to get lower than the defender, but you got to be careful and protect yourself.
That's going to make a first down. That's be inside the 10, so it's look like it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolves. And I think you got a tired Hornet defense out there. They're just getting overmatched right now, getting pushed around.
So second half, Dothan High has done a really good job of it, just doing their wheel on the defensive line. And talking with Coach Nolan, he said that that was one of the concerns he had. They've been kind of thin on the offensive defensive line. They've had to switch some players back and forth. And the Dothan High team has done a great job of taking advantage of that tonight.
Yeah, kudos number 68, Lewis Snell, number 73, Marcus McClure, number 58, Obatar Idlor. So that offensive line of the Wolves, I say they've run the ball well, but that's one of the reasons they run it well is that O-line.
Yeah, the O-line's done a great job. Looks like we're down about the 3-yard line, maybe the 4. And I'd be shocked if Dothan High throws the ball any more the rest of this game. What you're seeing is what you're going to get is that is just run the clock down with 7:22. They've took almost 3 minutes off the clock on this drive already.
Yeah, just 7:18 left in this ball game. Dothan High is going to score here. Yes, it is touchdown Wolves. So that's going to make it a 4-touchdown game. So that's going to put it out of reach with 7:11 for the Baker Hornets unless something absolutely crazy goes, and I just don't see that happening, Mark. And Dothan High should be very proud. The coaching staff should be very proud. The fans should be proud. They played a heck of a ball game, very disciplined, and Dothan High's on the right track.
Yeah, they are. You know, one thing they've done is lean on that offensive line. They've had the first half, there was about 3 or 4 penalties that killed some drives, but besides that, they've done a great job of owning that line of scrimmage.
Wesley Farmer with the Be Cool, call Bob Be Cool PAT, and it is good. That will bring the score to 43-15. The Wolves on a roll. The Wolfpack is getting it done.
Yeah, nice run. Again, direct snap back to number 22, and he went right up the gut and scored easily. A.J. Alexander there, he's a freshman, so he's getting in. That's a good thing to see for Dothan High, is get some young kids out there and get experience. Now, this game was 22-15 at halftime. 7 minutes to go, it's 43-15. Dothan High shut down Baker, and they've continued to do what they did in the first half and pound the ball. And that's a good sign for Dothan, because if the other team doesn't have the ball, it's hard to win.
Absolutely. I bet they're coming up 300, 350 yards rushing.
Well, it's funny you say that, our stat man, and you're correct. 356 yards.
356 yards.
That's pretty good math off the top of your head there, Phil.
Thank you very much. Every once in a while. Again, the kickoff, man number 87, Mason Rowe, going to put the boot to it. Another hard-to-handle kick, but he come up with it. He's going to make it back to about the 24-yard line. So that was number 20 with the return, wide receiver Kevin Gaines. So that's a new player in the game. So see if the Hornets can generate a little bit of offense, at least score another touchdown, man. You know, make her, still feelings ain't going to be completely good, but it's going to help a little bit.
Yeah, you may also see a different quarterback here. I'm not sure. No, he's still coming on out. I would have thought with a, you know, close to a 28-point lead here, that they may try something different. Don't get anybody hurt.
Yeah, in a non-region game, that's, yeah, because this one really don't, I mean, other than, you know, counting to you, of course you want to win every game, but yeah, it won't matter for the playoffs anyway. Quick strikeout, number 4, Cameron Ward. Well defended. Looked like he might have been able to get. He tried that little hook move, you know, the wide receivers try to do, pick up yards, but number 11, I believe, held on tight.
Looks like we're going to a hurry-up offense here for Baker.
Yeah, Torian Wilson did not let that go anywhere. Ooh, that's a dangerous throw there. I think he was intended for number 4, but it sailed on him a little bit. Almost intercepted. Well, could have been almost intercepted by number 18. He was in the right place at the right time, Bryce Kane.
You see Flowers there talking to number 4, telling him, hey, you got to run that route, keep going. He actually stopped his route, which I don't know. He threw it kind of high anyway, but he kind of stopped, and they could have been hearing feet from the Wolves in the middle of the field as well.
That's true. You've heard that a lot tonight. So that's number 18, TK Knight, in defense for the Wolves, that was in the right place, and if it had been thrown a little bit farther to the inside, it'd have been another interception, another turnover. Looking downfield, beautiful throw, another drop pass. I know it's 3. It probably was. This is going to be number 4. That would have been a first down. So it gets frustrating for the quarterback when you're throwing it and you get chased and you do a good job and you throw it where it's supposed to be and your wide receiver drops it. It's just demoralizing. It's got to be.
Yeah, TK Knight made a play here. You'll see this play here. He goes out. He actually throws that over the defender right there and hits 18 right in the hands, but 18, TK came up and made the play. You couldn't ask for a better throw from your quarterback, and that's extremely impressive out of a junior, a throw like that.
Nice high punt for Baker. Nobody back for the Wolves, and they're good with that. And in fact, that's a good idea. That way you get a chance, nobody fumble it, nobody trying to make a silly play and turn the ball over deep in your own territory. Just let it go and just take it where it is, because all you want to do is grind it out, run some clock. At 6:15 left in this game, good call by the coach.
Yeah, I agree. You're probably going to see your maybe second or third string come in now for Dothan. I would expect to see them with a 28-point lead. Seeing some numbers out there I hadn't seen tonight. Hopefully they'll get some playing time in. And you want your younger guys to be encouraged as well to continue to do that.
Yeah, and they deserve it. They work as hard as anybody. That's going to be called for no gain, or a run for no gain. It's going to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. But again, they just running some clock. 6 minutes left.
And Quincy Horn, he's had a good night tonight. Defensive back come in. That's about his 5th or 6th tackle tonight. He's a freshman. That's a good sign for Coach Norman to see a young guy come step up and make some plays for him.
Little fumble on the bad snap. Dothan High, I believe, is going to get it back, and they actually got a little gain on that. Margot's interesting. It was a bad snap. He kind of fumbled it, and like he was going to juggle it, which he did. But at least he juggled it forward and recovered it. So it's about a 3-yard gain, 2.5-yard gain.
It's kind of how the night's gone for Baker. Even when they get a fumble, you'll see here on the bad exchange. It looks like he accidentally didn't. Just number 25 wasn't expecting it, but you know what? Number 23 right there came up, made the play, and got the ball back, and that's a good hustle for Dothan High.
So it brings up 3rd and 7 for the Wolves. Baker Hornet still fighting, playing hard. It's going to bring up 4th down. It's a handoff, number 25, Camley Wright, running back 5'6", 170 junior. But he's only got muster about 4 yards, so it's going to bring up 4th and 4. And the Wolves are going to be content to just punt this ball away with 4:18, 4:17, clock ticking in this ball game.
Tell you what, Baker better get some guys on the field because Dothan High is ready.
Number 5, Jaden Campbell, back for the Hornets to receive this kick. It's going to be a little short. It's going to be a high. Gets a great Wolves bounce. It's going to go all the way back to the Hornet 32-yard line where they'll take over with 3:43 left in this ball game.
Yeah, you can tell the benefit of a turf there. He landed about the 50 and got another 17 yards just about on the roll. And that could be a huge benefit for some teams that aren't used to playing on the turf. And as Commissioner Ferguson said, you know, it's a brand new field and it's kind of firm when you walk on it. It still hurts when you hit the ground. I know it may look kind of soft, but it's not. And there's little bitty rubber pellets inside that green artificial turf that make it kind of hard.
Baker, empty backfield. Nice quick throw to number 4. It's wide receiver Cameron Ward. He's going to get about 7 yards on that pass completion. Bring up 2nd and 3.
Nassim White with a nice play there for Dothan High to keep him in bounds to keep that clock running with 3:20 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Man, nice pressure again by the defense, and I think this is a 2nd string defense, but they're still getting in there to quarterback and put him down. There's going to be a throw. It's going to be.
I think you're fixing to have an intentional grounding here. Looks like the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they're going to call. He tried to get the ball out and try to get there. I think he was outside the tackles, but he didn't get the ball because the defense was putting pressure on him, and he's just short of the line of scrimmage. He came over and asked the side judge what happened in intentional grounding as in college and NFL is also loss of down as well. So Dothan High will take the penalty.
Intentional grounding on the offense. Ball never makes the line of scrimmage.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, he threw it, and the line of scrimmage is about the 42, and he threw it maybe about to 40, so he's a couple yards shy. But he was getting lots of pressure from that Wolves defense, which they have been pressuring him all night long. He ain't had hardly time to do anything.
Now, if he has nightmares about Wolves tonight, there's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
They've been chasing him all night long.
He's not going to wear a Halloween costume that's a wolf. Got good blocking out in front there. Nice design play. It's number 7, Trillette. Should be able to get, nope, just short of the first down. Nope, it is. From my angle, it looks a little short, but it's not. So it's going to give him a first down with 2:43 left in the ball game.
And Kevion Dury did a great job there of holding him up. He was fighting off 2 blockers from Baker. Flowers from Baker did also a great job of holding the ball until his running back could clear, and did a great job of getting that halfback pass off.
Let's pass to number 4 wide receiver Cameron Ward. May have picked up a yard. They had no extra blocking, so the Wolves did a great job of open field tackling and just dropping him after about a 2-yard gain.
As you would expect, Dothan High is kind of playing a prevent defense. Don't want anything really thrown over the top, letting everything be thrown in front of them, and did a great job. And so
nice move by Mr. Flowers. Going to throw it. It's going to be long, out of bounds. So
it's about 3rd and 8 here for Baker with 1:50 left to go. So Dothan High rotating out players, getting some playing time.
Cool.
Here at the end of the game.
Yeah, I got a text from Mike Lewis who put in the field here. He said those pellets are actually now wood.
Oh.
So it's supposed to reduce the amount of heat more than the rubber. So that's interesting. That throw was intended for number 18, wide receiver Bryce Kane. A little bit behind him. And he had a little pepper on that one too as well. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about an 8, and this is definitely 4 and go. Well, I guess not. Maybe he's just decided to concede this game. It's 1:44 left. 43-15, the Wolves.
No, I can't foresee in the future the Baker coach, if they don't have a jug machine yet, they probably will next week to work with the wide receivers, because they dropped a lot of balls tonight.
Looks like that ball is going to die at about the 1-yard line. So that's where the Wolves will take over with 1:32 left in this game, and they're good with that.
Yeah, that's, also you saw Coach for Baker there. Coach Norman, he's not trying to get his players hurt. It's 4th and 8. You would think, why aren't he going for it? He's punting it down there because he knows that now we're inside the 2. They may be able to take a knee a couple of times, but they're probably going to have to run something up the middle, just get the clock and get off the field and head back to Mobile and work on next week. Dothan High has done a phenomenal job on winning the line of scrimmage, and that's really been the difference in this ball game.
Yes, and also protecting the ball. I mean, they have had some issues with turnovers, which they've worked on. They made a better job last week, and this week, don't believe they've had a turnover. Now they come close. It's going to be another offsides, I believe, unless one of the Wolves jumped. That's going to give them a little cushion there. Be a 5-yard penalty. Make it 1st and 5. That's going to help. Good strong run by number 23, John Turner. He's going to make it about 2nd and 4. Oh, nope, 2nd and 1. A little less than 1.
Yeah, we're just a little over a minute to go. You're seeing a lot of young guys out here for Dothan High get some playing time. I wouldn't expect anything fancy, just kind of run the ball. You may actually start taking a knee here, but it looks like we may same offense we've seen all day. And that, again, that's letting the young guys who go to the workouts all summer long get to play as well.
That's going to give the Wolves a first down with that run. So with 43, again, it's going to stop the clock just for momentarily unless Baker calls a timeout, and I don't see that happening. And then they'll go into victory formation, I'm sure.
It looks like we'll probably have one more play. And that'll be it. Stats from the truck said that the Baker quarterback, Josh Matthews, had over 100 yards tonight throwing the ball. I know that's probably not what he envisioned coming out here today, but again, part of that's because of the pressure of the Dothan High defense.
That's a nice run. The ball did come out. By number 25, it is recovered by Baker. So give them a first down at the 27-yard line. And I need to keep my mouth shut. I said no turnovers, and look what happened.
Well, you know, that's probably a blessing in disguise, because sometimes when you get out here and you play games and you do so well, coaches, harder than to pick something out. You're going to see the replay here that it hands off to him. Makes a good move and about has it here. And the guy comes in and makes on number 25, does a great job. Cam Lee Wright, Jr., trying to make a play, but Baker made a good defensive stop. But again, that's something that the coach can say, look, guys, this is something we still need to work on. I know we got a big win, but we still need to improve for next week. Because next week, guess who they have, Phillip?
Who they got next week?
Central Phoenix City.
Central Phoenix City. That's a big contest there.
Yeah, teach that
running back not to hold that ball out in front of him like he did, like a loaf of bread. Tuck that thing. It's going to be intercepted there. It's just short throw. He's going to return it. It's number 11. There's a flag on the play, so I believe that is a block in the back. So he's going to go all the way down to about the 10-yard line with 3 seconds, but there is a hanky on the play, so I believe it's going to be...
Number 4 did a great job of coming back and not giving up on the play. And you like to see that for Baker in a situation like that. Cameron Ward comes all the way back, across the field, chases him down about the 10-yard line. He wasn't going to count anyway, but he didn't know that. And the hustle that from the Baker, that's a good sign to see.
After the interception, blocking the back on the return. On red, 10 yards out from the line. First down.
Yes, sir. As we thought, that was a block in the back, so it's going to negate that all the way back.
Toriana Wilson with interception there.
So the Wolves will take over at their own 47-yard line with 3 seconds, and they'll just snap the ball and go down. So, man, fantastic ball game by the Wolves. It was a great contest for 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters. And then I think Baker just got tired, run out of gas. The offensive line of the Wolves kind of took over. Defense did a great job of putting pressure on a very, very good athlete. So Mr. Flowers, not letting him, and I'm sure they were keying on him, but not letting him take over this game.
Not sure why we're not taking a knee here. Sometimes at games like this, things get out of hand, they get a little chippy, and you don't want that. I think I'm Coach Kendi. I'm taking a knee and calling it a day.
Two seconds left. All right, with that last run by number 6, that's going to be into the ball game. We got the LED lights flashing. The fans are going. The cheerleaders are cheering. Everybody excited about this Wolves football team. and the progress they made for the last 2 years, and just a good overall performance on both sides of the balls, Mr. Kenny.
Yeah, that's just a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage coming here in the second half. It was a 7-point ball game going into the third quarter, and Dothan High doesn't allow a point in the second half, and they continue to rush, over 350 yards for the game. I think that'll put a smile on Coach Kennedy's, and I would imagine he would want to do the same thing next week when he plays Phoenix City. It's going to be a big region game and a big matchup here, and Dothan gets to host it, and hope for those that can come out, need to come out and watch next week.
Absolutely. So as a matter of fact, we'll be back here for Dothan and Central next week. So great, another matchup. So put it on your calendar. Don't forget to be with us. Enjoy it. If you can't get out to the game, enjoy it from the comfort of your home, and be with me and Mark. And we'll call the game and do the best we can. And I think it's going to be another good matchup.
Yeah, and the temperature's getting a little cooler outside. So if you can come out and support Dothan. If not, hey, watch us here again. We appreciate you and having a good time. And big week coming up for Dothan High.
Yes, sir. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Call Bob. Be cool, call Bob. Also by Harley Davidson of Dothan. Ride to meet life, don't wait for it. Southeast Health, always the right decision. Clear to close, who you call when you're looking for real estate. Zach's Restaurant, Slocum, best food in the South. Hots Deli, get baked, not fried. Bama RV, the only pressure you should feel when buying RV is which adventure to take first. Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance, seal coating, asphalt, patch, and striping. Tyree Entertainment for all your live video needs. And WTVY News 4, #1 news leader in the Wiregrass. Thank you, sponsors.
And again, I'd like to thank our unsung heroes of our crew. We got our producers starting with Jared Tyree, our director, Steve Pierce, graphics, Mr. Bradley Roper, audio, Alan Pierce, replay, Broxton Gannon. Our camera operators tonight include Hasty Wiggins, Brian Pierce, Neil Simmons, and Keith Overy. My better half is the spotter, Jackie Kinney. Truck technicians tonight are Justin and Stanley Pierce. I'm Mark Kinney along with Philip Gilley. We'll be back here in Dothan next week as Dothan takes on Central Phoenix City. Everybody have a good night and a good weekend. God bless.